This week's chapter built up the action and involved a fair amount of talking. A few different things happened in this chapter, so let's get into it. We start off with a special page promoting the return of the anime, before getting to the actual chapter. The chapter is titled Wildfire in Forest Sector 2 Branch Route 8, which is a particular type of title that some chapters have that tells you something that concerns the chapter, but perhaps a more minor story beat or character. Off the top of my head, I can't think of examples of other chapters that have had a title like this one, but every so often we do get one. In the cover story, Alti is relieved that page 1 is okay. Moving right along, Goldberg is fighting a beast, and he has a shield with a face on it. Sanji kicks Zoro into the beast, and Zoro slices its neck off. Goldberg explains that Groggysaurus is a delicacy, and tastes great when stewed in alcohol. Zoro wonders what the deal with the talking shield is, and Goldberg explains that his dad went on an expedition to fight Big Mom. Loki explains that the Holy Knights beat him up, and the group that caught the Groggysaurus interrupts the conversation to bring the food. Zoro brags about the killing blow, and Sanji calls him a graceful soaring broccoli, which leads to a fight between them in the background, as Stanson prepares a fire to cook the meat on. Luffy force-feeds Loki, which disturbs him, and when Luffy realizes he has accidentally caused Loki to be worse off, tries to apologize. However, Gerd, despite being a doctor, seems to have no problem with tormenting Loki, winking, smiling, and giving a thumbs up. Loki reassures the Straw Hats that he does know where Red Hair is, but he doesn't feel obligated to meet his end of the deal, since they haven't fully honored their end yet. He then empathizes with looking up to a pirate you met as a child, and though he doesn't seemingly fully explain it to the group around him, he thinks back to meeting Rox, and getting beaten and stabbed by him. He makes a comment about being born in the wrong era. Dory, Broggy, Gaban, and the other giants on their ship are fighting the Sleep Tids. Gaban notes that he can sense the presence of 3 people that are trying to mask their presence. He comments that if even Elbaf isn't safe, then the end times are coming. The firefighters have arrived and are trying their best to put out the flames before the sleepwalking children walk into them, but it seems to be pointless. Jinbei dives into a sea cloud and uses a shoulder throw to put out the flames. Always love to see Jinbei doing good work. And so the wildfire is put out, and while the giant warriors believe it to be the work of the firefighters know it wasn't them, and Chopper and Robin are able to put together that it was Jinbei. Gunko sees the ship with Colin and some of the Straw Hats and ambushes them. The chapter ends. I enjoyed this chapter. We got a fair amount of new developments, characters informing each other of key knowledge, and a glimpse of Loki's motivations as well. The arc seems to be in its early or middle stage, and I am waiting for some full action or world building or character moments or something. As it is now, we seem to be gearing up towards the action, but there are only small brief moments for now. Let me know what you thought of the chapter in the comments, and here's today's lyric quiz. The feeling coming from my bones says find a home. Thank you for watching, see you in the next video.